What a fresh morning to start with. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TFS. Welcome to the Flying Shirt. Now, as you guys may know, that this is our very first review. So I thought to start with a motorcycle where I began my journey with. A journey of riding and designing. And after spending tons and tons of hours, we were able to come up with something which looks like this, known as the SE1. Now, if you guys thought that this thing has only a retro look, then you were wrong. Completely wrong. Because what this thing has much more to offer is an old school 98cc two-stroke engine combined with a 4-speed manual transmission, which creates traditionally a fine tuning between a loud noise and a beautiful sound. And that is sufficient to keep you constantly awake. And if still not, then this has small tickling vibrations to do so. And then it comes to the looks. And when it comes to this topic, she has existence in several different universes at the same time. Don't believe me? Let me explain this. Such as its body type, which is not a proper brat style, and nor a soft tail bobber exactly. And also this doesn't match any other conventional design. So then we can say that this is a whole new breed instead. And the same continues with its styling, as from few angles it has a bit of modern touch, but moreover it has that old school vintage type look. So yes, we can say that it is a retro design. But to break that 50-50% balance, we decided to tilt it much further towards the old era, and thus we have kept many of our ornaments a bit rusty and a bit chunky, so that people can consider this red bike look as much more antique rather than unique. Now, having the complete look at this motorcycle, you might have noticed that few things are missing over here, but everything is for a reason. Same way, many things are not for a reason. Again, let me explain this. Then there is no rear seat on this motorcycle, because it was not made for you and your girlfriend to have that cozy rides on the Sunday morning, but it was made so that you can spend your quality time alone with this machine. Then there are no mirrors either, and that's a bit of a problem. But who cares when you can look back in a MotoGP style? And also, there is no speedometer. And because this was a 1998 Japanese bike, there is no sensor either. And thus, you won't be needing any wires or sockets to give you a feedback. But what you will need is your senses, and all four of them, which means everything on this motorcycle, such as a rev count, throttle transition, fluctuation of speed, and even that tiniest vibration. Everything has to be completely felt by you. That means you are not only gonna have a direct connection with it, also gonna have that pure feel with it.
Now, despite of not being a sports bike with clip-ons, this still has a character which allows you to throw this bike in any sharp corner you want to. And to support that much further, this has this short wheelbase and grippy tires from Heer, which can be used in both the worlds, on-road and off-road. Also, the perfect suspension tune-up allows you to take this bike anywhere. I mean, it's the proper balance between the front and rear.
And if still that is not sufficient, this has two different riders triangle so that you can choose between when to be aggressive or when to be a bit calm. Now the drum brakes are of ordinary size, but to increase its braking efficiency, we have upgraded its inner liners and shoe. But to be honest, that only upgrades were sufficient. However, to show our brilliant engineering, or should I say our oversmartness, what we have done is that we have linked up the rear braking system directly with the transmission. So, in a case of an emergency stop, we can brake not only from the brakes but also from the transmission. But again, that was not sufficient and safe enough because it can directly affect the term known as FOS, factor of safety. So, to improvise it again much further, we did took out the whole set of gears and replaced them with the new one, which has that same dimension but different upgraded materials. Now to make it a good night rider machine, this only projector in the front was not sufficient. And to give her a real glow, we haven't choose any fairness cream or any cosmetic. But what we have chosen is a radium paint so that she can really glow and stand apart even in the night. But that doesn't mean that this doesn't has any problem, because everything has its own, just like its rear end cause one, which means you won't be able to drive this machine in a season like this, because it needs courage to make your clothes dirty, and also it doesn't has that shit level of ridiculous power that can drive around you. But take it this way, that there are millions of motorcycles out there in the world which is loved by the people for its top speed and performance. But the question is that have you seen any which drives you a bit slow but with the feel of pure love and passion? Well, this is it. This is it. And all that thing brings me to my final verdict, where I like to compare it with my very first tattoo. I mean, whatever it is only and only on me. And that makes me say that if there is an end, then I want to end up with you. Now, unless and until we meet next time, make sure you do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Till then, this is TFS signing off. Peace. Love.